Welcome to the webinar. My name is Lori Burns, and I am an NSCC EAL support specialist. In this webinar, we will be talking about thought groups, which are part of pronunciation. At the end of the webinar, I'll show you some resources that will help you continue to improve these skills. Objectives for this webinar are to discuss thought groups, explore thought groups for help with comprehension, examine thought groups for help with pronunciation, and practice using thought groups. Let's get started. Our thought groups. Think about it for a moment. Do you know what thought groups are? Have you ever heard the words thought groups before? Group is a group of words that belong together. In a sentence, there may be one or more thought groups. With thought groups, it is important to think about which words are the most important in the sentence. When we know the focus words, we need to stress or emphasize the focus words when we speak and to pause between thought groups. We can think about thought groups giving punctuation that we can't see. When we use thought groups accurately, we can hear pauses and stress. So even though we can't see it, we can hear it. When we are speaking out loud, we need to make sure to pause and stress when appropriate. This makes it easier for people to absorb and understand what we're saying. If our sentences move very quickly and we don't have stress or pauses in the right places, it can be hard for others to understand us. A little bit more information about thought groups. First, listen to me read the following example. Every weekday, I take the bus to NSCC, attend classes, and study. When we have a comma when we are speaking, we know we have to pause. Now you try. Try to read the example out loud and see how the pause feels. If I had said it all together, every weekday I take the bus to NSCC, attend classes, and study, it would be difficult to catch it all and to breathe properly. Now, you try. Try to read the example out loud and see how the pause feels. So, you might be asking yourself, how can thought groups help me? And why should I bother learning this at all? Understanding thought groups helps us understand what information goes together, where we need to pause, and what words need to be stressed. This will also help your communication and improve your confidence when speaking. In addition to helping the listener hear the information, but also to understand what words are the most important. We combine pauses and emphasis or stress in speech. Things to think about when you are speaking include knowing that a thought group should have a pause before and after. Your sentence should contain a focus word with more emphasis. You should have a change in pitch at the end. And finally, there should be a lengthened last syllable. Let's look at some examples. Here are some examples of focus word stress. I will read the sentences. Pay attention to the focus words, the words in yellow. Can you hear that they are a little louder? Can you hear the emphasis or stress? Why didn't you call? I waited all day. I didn't call because I was so busy. What do you want to do this afternoon? I'm bored. Why didn't you tell me she had a birthday? I'm hungry. Let's get some lunch. Each of the words in yellow are emphasized or stressed because they are important to the understanding of the sentence. They all give information about feelings, timing, things, or importance. Add stress makes a difference. Normally, we just stress the main word or the last word in a regular sentence. This lets us know that the sentence is finished. If we change the word stress, the meaning changes. For example, if I say, I don't love her, we might think I love somebody else. If I say, I don't love her, we probably think that I like her, but I don't love her. Word stress can change meaning. Take a minute and read these sentences out loud. Where do you think you should pause or put in thought groups? I will read the sentences after a moment. See if you can hear the pauses. First, I'm going to read it without any pauses, and then with the appropriate pauses. Sometimes when I go to bed, I like to read beforehand. This allows my brain to calm down and prepare itself for sleep. It also helps me because I overthink before I go to bed and I stress about the details of the next day. Sometimes, when I go to bed, I like to read beforehand. This allows my brain to calm down and prepare itself for sleep. It also helps me because I always overthink before I go to bed, and I stress about the details of the next day. And read these sentences out loud. Where do you think you should pause or put in thought groups? I will read the sentences after a moment. See if you can hear the pauses. The Great Wall of China runs east and west through northern China. Did you notice that this sentence has no pauses? This is an example of a sentence that doesn't have a pause. Not all sentences do. Last night, I went to the store to grab some bread, but the store was closed. Mount Fuji, the highest mountain in Japan, is an active volcano. Thank you for listening to the webinar. There are many available resources for NSCC students. Please take some time to explore them. Visit the NSCC EAL page to view the schedules for upcoming EAL webinars, to book an appointment with an EAL support specialist, and to use the EAL guide for additional resources to help increase your language learning. You can find all of these resources on the Learning Supports Connect page and link on the screen. Connect is NSCC's intranet and requires your NSCCW number and login. References will now follow. References.